have to get down to the science. It is, when you really start looking at the science, it is ridiculous. There are some areas where you have cut down trees, but not every stream bed had trees in it. There's Highland Desert, we're telling them to plant trees to get, on the east side to bring down your temperature. There wasn't trees there. There never has been trees. Junipers are the trees there, and they're invasive species. They're sucking down the water table. That's going to increase your temperature. So some of it's just ridiculous to me.
Now, what I've wondered, now this is all pertaining to Benton County, and I actually live in Lynn County. What's going on? Is this, couldn't understand if this is statewide that we're concerned with, or just Benton County?
So Benton County, this is a specific issue to Benton County. Your county may have already adopted them and not done inclusive. They may have just said, they may have given a descriptive, this is what we hope our riparian areas look like, and walk away and gotten an okay from it. What Benton County did is in their 07 plan, they promised to set regulations based on goals 5 and 6. But that's what they promised. Goal 5 and 6 has nothing that says it has to be prescriptive. It just says you have to, so essentially they have to inventory how much riparian area they have. It's a mandate for inventories to know what's out there, know what your equivalent is. But it gives some real broad objectives of what, we want you to preserve your salmon habitat, and but it doesn't tell them how to do it. Benton County is proposing under those goals to actually put a 50-foot buffer zone. I think they've stepped away from that slightly, but they don't have to do that.
They've done both. They've stepped back and increased. They've done both.
So there's nothing in the state goal that mandates that. They have to plan. That's all they have to do. They have to inventory, so they have to know how much riparian mileage that they have, how many miles of riparian area that they have. And they have to take an inventory of all of what it looks like. And then they have to come up with some sort of a plan of how they either maintain the natural areas or they start to improve them if they want. So it's really subjective, in my opinion, the way I read the goal objectives. They're stepping way beyond what they have to do. They can do it. Nothing's to limit them from what they're trying to do, but they do not have to do it prescriptive.
That leads me to a question about how reliable we can consider. Are these scientists doing research for the DEQ and whatever, are they ideologues pushing their research to prove things?
Yes.
Because we've had 2 experts from, I think, OSU speak to us on the various meetings who literally contradicted, specifically contradicted what the riparian group is telling us.
Right. And
then they're not acknowledging it. Well, there's conflicting data. But it can't be that conflicting.
Okay, so you know how they get their data, right? The objective is, so they take their data, and then each of them have a separate objective computer models. So depending on what data you put in and how you tell the computer model to figure out the solution, it comes up with very different solutions.
One of the things they said was the DEQ says that once the stream has absorbed heat, it can't release it. And then the next guy goes this, no, it's just like a cup of coffee. You set it aside, and you don't drink it for a while. The heat goes away.
Well, if they can't release it, then why are we bothering with trees downstream?
That's right. So they're saying, it goes. It will release heat on a.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's the bad thing, is that there is science on both sides, and it's it's the citizen that is being impacted by government taking a guess at which science is right.
But he follows the laws of thermodynamics.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
That's right.
It's not biology, it's physiology, and they need to have a physicist figuring it out rather
physiology.
Physics. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so they need to have somebody out there figuring it out. And there's been a lot of discussion on the east side on, so there's contradicting a lot of OSU science done on the east side that says, what you're doing is wrong. They've proven it. I don't know where you come up, but just simply planting trees isn't going to address the issue. That's the best way I can say it. Especially when you're in an area in this side, on the west side, where you have tons of trees and you still have temperature levels, even though you have tons of trees on your headwaters. Almost all your headwaters come out of forested areas here. So It's not a matter of simply shading a tree and bringing your water. There's other elements to it. It's how long the sun is shining on your water. It's, all those things that calculate into it. Jean?
Well, I was going to ask a question, Karla, at 8 o'clock.
Okay, sorry, it took so long. I was trying to sit down.
It's fine. Have your dinner.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Would you down for one? You want them to read it?
I actually had plenty of it. I might never want it.
Well, it becomes my opportunity to lead this thing, so it's great to be here, and it's great to be in a room filled with like-minded people. And they say that you can weigh and measure by the people that you surround yourself with. So I want you to know I'm not worried. So I kind of like, I've never seen us do this before, but I'd like to recognize the people here that haven't been here before, if we could. So anybody that hasn't been here before, if you'd stand up and introduce yourself so we all know who you are. Has everyone been here before?
Whoa.
Welcome.
I'm Malcolm Miner, and this is my wife Sabina. We live in about 5 miles south of Paloma.
Welcome.
And we live on one of those streams that runs out of the Coast Range toward the Willamette. Don't have any salmon there, never had. And so I'm wondering why we are worrying about the salmon, but we are. Actually, we're worrying about the people that are worrying about the salmon.
I don't think they're going away. I think they'll always be there. Thank you for that.
I'm Gary Strom, I live in Alsea.
Great.
And I also live on a stream.
Well, I don't know if there's anybody that lives out there now, see, that isn't living by a stream. Or a mud puddle, maybe, or something they want to regulate.
There's some business on, right? Everything, yeah.
So we're going to need an invocation and pledge. So Charles, how about if you come up and give us a prayer and lead us in the invocation?